Hey, happy holidays from the Compi Guys. Today we'll be celebrating by watching 3 Christmas horror movie trailers.
Yep, they are spanning 4 decades. The first one will be Black Christmas from 1974. After that, we're going to the 80s with Silent Night, Deadly Night, finishing up with 2015's It's a Wonderful Life.
You mean Krampus?
Krampus, yeah. I always get those two mixed up.
Yeah, me too. And we'll be enjoying our trailers today with some hot toddies, or whiskey with hot water.
Just poured hot water into whiskey?
Yeah.
Classy.
It smells quite nice. It smells very cinnamony.
Festive.
Yeah, very festive.
We're using the Suntory White whiskey that we previously reviewed on the show in this hot toddy. And if you haven't seen that video, please check it out. Jimmy Stewart drink hot toddies in Krampus.
Possible.
Is he in Krampus?
You know, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Is that possible?
Through some black magic, maybe.
So, the first trailer we're going to check out is Black Christmas from 1974, directed by Bob Clark. This movie stars the late John Saxon. Are you familiar with Sir John Saxon?
I'm familiar with his name.
You might know him from Enter the Dragon. He's the guy who beats up people on a golf course.
Better confirm that flight to Hong Kong for me.
Imagine that being like your claim to fame. Like if that was on your eulogy.
I don't think that's his claim to fame. It's just that's his character in the movie. He's just like a guy who owes a lot of people money, and he plays golf, and he can do a bit of the old
kung fu.
This movie also stars Margot Kidder, Lois Lane from Superman.
Okay.
John Saxon does also have a bit of horror legend to him. So he is the main girl in Nightmare on Elm Street's father, the police sheriff. This trailer is half the movie, I believe.
They really don't do trailers like they used to.
Very gothic.
I'm kind of surprised they got away with this in 1974, to be honest.
What, the title?
Like a Christmas horror movie. I mean,
oh, I thought you saw some racist title or something. It's just Shaft, the Christmas movie.
no, I mean in general, society was much more conservative back then.
Sure.
You know?
But not in the video nasties. The underground film era.
Oh, is this more of an underground movie?
I don't know. What is interesting is that the beginning of this trailer is seems just the credits sequence from the movie.
Is this the real trailer for it?
This is the real trailer, I believe. Yeah. It's very fast paced, like modern trailers. You know?
It's pretty disturbing.
That is pretty creepy, yeah.
It's a very dark trailer.
It's Black Christmas.
I think so.
I think whoever made this trailer was just drunk. This is just the beginning of the movie, isn't it? There is Sir John Saxon. He also seems to be the head of police.
Man of many talents.
Typecast. How Christmassy are you feeling, Johns?
Nice.
Smooth. Goes down smooth. So here we have the opening scene from Scream, I believe.
I was gonna say, some of these shots look very contemporary. And others look very of their time.
It's like it's set in like a all girls home, like a dormitory.
Okay.
Like a foster home for like runaway girls. Slow-mo nudity. Yeah. This voiceover is it's a more British accent than I do, I think. Did you hear his accent?
Yeah.
Starring Margot Kidder and John Saxon.
Very interesting trailer.
I mean, the trailer is almost like just like a short horror movie in itself. I think if you're like a particularly artistic rock band, you could just make a 4-minute song and just play your song over that music video. Play your song over the trailer.
I'm sure somebody has at some point. First of all, it seems like a very slow-paced movie. Am I on track with that?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it was a very slow-paced.
Okay.
Kind of
also
70s slasher style.
What I'm getting from the trailer is the
villain of the movie.
The villain is not a demonic entity. It's more of a mentally ill person.
Sure. Yep.
Am I on track with that?
You are, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also picking up on like some like police drama story in there as well.
I guess for me, like the police in these kind of 70s movies are always kind of like disconnected from the real situation. Like you know they're not going to get there in time to stop whatever's happening. Like,
yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Would you watch the whole movie?
If I were in the mood for like slow-paced, like 1970s kind of thing.
Dark, IT, horror.
Yeah.
Can't really see what's going on.
Yeah, I'd have to be in the mood for it.
Are you often in that very specific mood you just described? Yeah.
Every now and then.
Really?
You know,
okay.
Every now and then. We have Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984, directed by Charles E Sellier Jr. So not a very prolific director. He made Silent Night, Deadly Night, The Annihilators, and Snowballing. Snowballing. Would you say that was an adult movie or Snowballing?
I mean, my mind takes me to several places.
Sure. Mine too. The poster is pretty interesting. That's quite a good tagline. He knows when you are naughty.
NSA.
That's right, this is a 1984 movie about the NSA trailing
okay.
Dressed as Santa.
I gotcha, okay.
Was the night before Christmas. When all through the house, not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the children here, in hopes that something else soon.
Now, I know the movies in the 80s were not the best quality, but does this look more 70s than 80s to you?
It
in terms of production value.
Even the narration, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Was that an LGBT person right there?
Oh, man.
Is this movie actually incredibly progressive on rights?
I think this movie is more up my alley, to be honest.
A kill stolen directly from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then, I believe. Nice. Yeah.
Whoa! I love it. Dude.
Interestingly, the final line is, "You've made it through Halloween." When Halloween came out, it did really spawn all of these slasher movies.
Right.
These movies were kind of trying to gross each other, right? Like out extreme each other with the kills.
I mean, yeah, like throughout the entirety of the 80s, it was like that. Generally speaking, I have a soft spot for those like over the top, like slightly cheesy 80s slashers.
Sure, me too.
So,
I love them. Yeah.
This one looks awesome to me.
There's not much to the main character. It's just like a deranged dude from a house.
Honestly, that's all you need. Right?
Yeah.
You don't need much of a backstory.
Seems to be mostly set in like a supermarket. Notice a lot of the 80s horrors kind of do take place in like one location. It does like pull you into the movie, just having one location.
Right. Like the complete opposite of that would be like your James Bond movie or something.
Right.
Mission Impossible.
Everywhere around the world all the time.
It gets kind of fatiguing after a while.
But it really does work with horror because like horror works best when you're either in like a maze setting, the characters like kind of escaping a maze, or they're isolated from the outside world. They can't get out of the supermarket.
Right.
They can't call in anyone from the outside to help them.
Right.
They're stuck in Antarctica with a shape-shifting alien parasite.
Alright, moving on
So,
to...
I'm going to guess you are going to watch that at some point.
Yeah.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
Interestingly about the Halloween and like movies trying to outdo other movies with more insane kills. The actual owner of the Halloween franchise in the 80s, he got like very annoyed with each director of each Halloween movie because he was always like, I want more extreme kills. I got to beat these other movies that are copying us now. I've got to take Michael Myers to higher extreme levels. But the directors he always wanted to make something like artistic. John Carpenter always envisaged him as just like a Terminator, like just a guy who has no motive, a killing machine.
To be honest, that makes them more frightening. Something you cannot sympathize or empathize with is always much more frightening.
So the next movie we're going to try out is from 2015, Krampus.
Krampus. Now, I've heard a lot about this one. I remember when it came out, people were talking about it.
Yeah.
I have not seen it.
It's kind of become like a cult movie, so it is a Hollywood movie. It's fairly good budget, I think. It stars Toni Collette, the mother from Hereditary. It also stars Adam Scott, who's kind of like a comedic actor, and David Koechner, who is the whammy guy from Anchorman. Whammy!
Okay.
Two of the main three actors in the movie are known for comedy. Are you expecting something frightening? Festive?
I'm expecting something with like jump scares, but also a little tongue-in-cheek.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, right? So the family kind of all hate each other. They gotta hang out at Christmas.
Right.
You know, he's drinking whiskey in his office, so you know. Oh, really? Do we have to have the family over for Christmas? It could be at this point. Could be just like a family, like meet the parents kind of thing. And they fix their relationships.
All right. Okay. So, my take on this is, it's a horror movie, but it's the kind of horror movie that you would take your family to see. The first one, Black Christmas.
Black Christmas.
That one seemed the darkest.
Yeah, bleakest. Right.
Bleakest,
right.
The second one,
Silent Night, Deadly
Night, seemed way more like over the top violence.
That's just a slasher movie with a dude in a Father Christmas costume.
This one seems higher budget, more story driven.
I think why this movie is a cult movie is because you can even tell from the trailer, like the first minute of the trailer looks like just like a Christmas family drama. That's not scary. And it does go a little intense, glossy, slick. And we don't like consider real horror as glossy or slick. So.
I guess the point I was trying to make earlier is, compared to the first two movies, they're obviously horror movies. Horror fans will go see those movies. Krampus seems more accessible.
It does have quite a dark ending.
Really?
It does.
Okay. See, I would not have expected that.
Exactly. But I think that's intentional. That's why it's a cult movie.
If you'd like to know my final thoughts on those three, I'm least interested in Black Christmas. Typically for like super, like you said, bleak movies where when I finish watching them I just feel really down or like really like disturbed. I'm not typically a huge fan of those movies. I don't enjoy watching them. Over the top, like really cheesy, like violent movies, I get a kick out of because they're just so ridiculous, you know?
Well, you just leave your brain at the door, right? You're
Right.
just gonna enjoy it. It's just
Yeah.
entertainment.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, I'm interested in seeing.
Okay.
However, I'm the most interested in seeing Krampus compared to Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is, like you said, like a brainless experience. This one seems to have a story. Krampus, even after seeing the trailer, I still really have no idea. I know it's not like a deranged person, I don't think.
Depends whether you consider Krampus to be a person or not.
Okay, see, I don't know. So
I still don't know. Okay.
So yeah, I'd make Krampus my number one. David, what are your final thoughts on the hot toddies we drank today?
Yeah, it's very warming. It certainly goes with Christmas movies.
Yep.
Does
Goes
it?
well with the holiday season. It would go well with a nice warm fire. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and also the bell notification button so you can keep up to date with all of our new releases. Down in the comments, let us know what your favorite Christmas horror movie is.
Or Christmas movie.
Or Christmas movie.
Or horror movie.
Or horror movie. Or favorite snack.
Favourite hot toddy.
Favorite hot toddy. Favorite day of the week.
Until next time.
See ya. Whiskey with hot water.
Are we filming
Yeah. Here's a joke for you. A nice Christmas joke.
that? Great.
When do the boogeymen come out?
I don't know. When do the bigger men come up?
Boogie nights.
Right.
Next movie.